Here we are looking at the signing of the historic 1990 Americans with Disabilities Act. And this is the president actually signing it. This is President Herbert Walker Bush. So this is the Bush father. As an interesting aside, the fellow sitting next to him on the right in the fedora happens to be a friend of my friend Denise. So I guess it's kind of a small world. Interestingly, President Bush later became disabled himself. And here's a photo of him with his service dog, Sully. You know, I don't like to tell you, I like to show you. So here is a copy of the text of ADA. Now, when I was first learning this stuff myself, I said, wait a second, didn't we protect the disabled in 1988 with the 1988 amendment to Federal Fair Housing Act that we just spoke about? Why do we need another law? Well, the answer is simple. Federal Fair Housing Act pertains to housing. Americans with Disabilities Act pertains to everything. For example, what if a disabled person wants to go to a store or a ball game or get a burger or go to a concert? That's why we need ADA, because it covers all those things. The official ADA definition of disability is, quote, a physical or mental impairment that substantially limits one or more major life activities, a person who has a history or record of such an impairment, or a person who is perceived by others as having such an impairment, unquote. ADA does not specifically name all the impairments covered. This definition is intentionally vague. It allows conditions to be considered on an individual case-by-case basis. It also allows for the progress of medical science, in which new conditions are constantly discovered and old ones are being cured. Lending her talents to this production is my own personal dog, Boney Maroney, who is an ADA service dog. She's also a very elegant dog. As you can see, she's wearing pearls. Let's talk a little bit more about animals. Animals can fall into 4 categories. They can be pets, emotional support or comfort animals, therapy animals, or ADA service dogs or horses. Service animals are covered by ADA. Support or therapy animals are covered by 1988 Federal Fair Housing Act. Now, in this photo, I am showing you Fendi, who is a service dog, playing with my dog, Boney, and I said that she's a therapy dog. Well, since their roles have reversed, and now Boney is a service dog, and Fendi now works as a therapy dog. We established a moment ago that Federal Fair Housing Act only covers housing. ADA covers everything: jobs, transportation, and all kinds of public places. The next slide shows you all the things it covers. This is an overview of Americans with Disabilities Act. I'm not putting it here so that you have to read the whole entire thing, because, to be fair with you, this is a real estate course, and they're not going to ask you about telecommunications or transportation or anything like that. I'm just trying to dramatize to you the overwhelming scope of what ADA covers. As you can see, ADA covers jobs, buses, subways, sports stadiums, restaurants, hotels, stores, buildings, schools, electronic communications, housing, and real estate brokerage offices that are open to the public, and sales or rental offices in buildings that are open to the public. Continuing with our running list of laws, I have added 1990 Americans with Disabilities Act. But you notice under protected groups, I didn't put anything. And the reason I didn't is because the protected groups refer to groups protected in housing.